Today, you will learn how to master Yoru as a beginner. I'll teach you step by step how to do every tech. And number 8 is guaranteed to help you win more. Alright, so the first beginner tip I have for you on Yoru is pop flashing out of smokes. And that looks something like this. So you want to get into the smoke, look directly down, and throw your flash. And what makes this so effective is that whenever you look down with Yoru and throw your flash, the smoke actually hides the entire travel time of your flash, making it nearly impossible to dodge and setting you up for a lot of free kills. I'm gonna flash, Oh, let's go. Alright, the next beginner Yoru tip I have for you guys is flash TPing with Yoru. This is also like a bread and butter Yoru trick. An important tech to understand with Yoru is that you will come out of your TP facing whatever direction you're facing as you TP. So let's say I'm looking straight here and I TP. I will come out of my TP facing straight. And let's say I do the same thing, but I'm facing left this time. I will come out of my TP facing left. How can we utilize our flash TP combo to really give ourselves like the maximum window to get free kills? Let's say you throw your TP out right there. And so the timing window for your flash is you want to take your TP just before your flash is coming in contact with the surface. And that'll give you enough time for your flash to pop and for you to kill the enemy. And then the other half of that trick as well, you also want to look the opposite way that your flash is facing, so that way you can micro flash yourself but full flash the enemy, right? So if I'm flashing onto the right side here, I will TP facing left, so I avoid the flash but my enemy doesn't. And you can also do this with one ways and other things to make the flash more difficult for your enemies to dodge, but that's just like the basic beginner level understanding of the flash TP combo. You guys want to slam this? I'm going. Another big beginner Yoru tip I have for you is using your clone to block any utility, whether that's a Raze ultimate, so a really common spot here on Bind. A lot of Razes like to ult off the rip of the round. I'll hear the Raze ulting, and then I'll pop my clone out, and they'll shoot my clone instead of me, completely wasting their ultimate. This is also really effective against Gecko ultimates. Very, very common play to bait out. And then also it's very common to do that with Cypher trips as well. You can bait utility out. And KJ alarm bots, really any ultimate or utility in the game, you could bait with Yoru's clone. These are 3 of the most common examples, but just kind of keep it in mind. Look and see who you're playing against and how you can bait and take out some free utility from the enemy. It's you and me. The next beginner tip I want to cover with Yoru is fast flanking with your ultimate. This tip is really, really crucial and really strong, and I always say it's underrated. So let's say you want to fast flank the enemy here, and they have a common trip spot like here, right? You're on B site, you're on defense, and you have ult up, and you can tell your team, okay, you guys can stack more towards mid and A, and then I will completely solo B because you're flank ulting with your ultimate and getting all the info for B sites. That way you guys have more firing power, and essentially you want to come up behind the enemy and pinch them. So right when the walls drop off the rip, you're going to ult instantly. And then assuming there's no enemies here, if there is enemies here, great, you can tell your team to rotate. Then you want to take the fastest pathing possible to the opposite site. And then again, the most crucial part, you want to get past all of the enemy's flank utility. So this is a really common one for Cypher. So again, we ulted past the Cypher trip here, and this will set you up for a lot of free kills, right? This works on pretty much every single map. Try to imagine, okay, where's the enemy's flank utility at? And if I'm ulting off the rip and I'm flanking fast, what's the most quickest path possible to get past that flank utility to set myself up for nice flank kills and get a free round?
I'll handle this.
Nice.
Shower one.
I think anybody's long. I think the rest
Deadlock
are.
shower, deadlock shower, deadlock shower.
Yeah, this guy's here going shower side.
Shower.
I'm back.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Spike down A.
The next tip I have for you guys is to join the Yoru Masterclass. Yes, I have guides here on YouTube, but the Masterclass is the absolute fastest and most concentrated way to become a Yoru god, and almost everyone that joins instantly increases their rank in their first 2 weeks of joining. Just recently, I had someone go from bronze all the way to ascendant, and I've even had a student hit radiance already. It's insane, I'm telling you guys. The 50% discount will not be here on January 1st. I'm getting rid of it, so if you've ever wanted to join, seriously, now is your chance. Take advantage of the 50% discount. Become a Yoru god. Outplay all of your friends in the group chat with Yoru Tech. Click the link in the description, and I'll see you inside. The next beginner Yoru tip I have for you. Now, this one is a bit more advanced. We're getting deeper into the video, but it's dry Yoru teleport. So whenever you're playing against a Sova, a Sky, anybody that has like some type of util gathering or info gathering utility, you can get a free kill on them by doing what I call the dry teleport. So let's say you have a Sova backside here, and you hear them start to drone. You can actually throw your TP out, because they won't see the TP in your utility. The Sova will start to drone. He sees you, you TP as he's droning, and get a free kill on him.
Cutting through. I'm back.
Nowhere to run.
That's insane.
The next beginner tip I'm going to go over is kill ulting, and this is probably one of the things that people struggle with the most. Whenever you're ulting with Yoru, a lot of people make the mistake where they just try to throw a flash down and go for it, but most of the time people turn away from it, you get shot instantly, and you're not really understanding where you went wrong. So if you properly want to kill ult, how can we do that, right? Well, we know the entire kill ult is centered around getting a good flash off. So to get the best flash off, you want to go behind the enemy, throw the flash from behind them so they don't see the travel, and then have it pop in front of them, making it pretty much undodgeable for a free kill. And you can also do the same thing. Let's say the fade is like hugging up against a wall back here, throwing the flash from the wall behind them. That way they also can't see it as well. Have it pop in front and get a free kill. I'm about to go crazy.
I'm back.
One enemy remaining.
Carrier's dead.
The next beginner tip I want to go over is spawn teleports. So you should only, in my opinion, unless you're doing some fancy lineup, if you want to go for a serious spawn TP play, it's typically going to be in a post plant. So you're going to have the spike down. Let's just drop the spike here just to pretend it's planted for demonstration's sake. So you take all of A site, right? You clear it out completely. And then from here, you want to throw your TP to the enemy spawn. So yes, I know there's spawn TP lineups. You can go for those for fun. But if we're being practical and serious, this is when you would do it. So you have the site down. You send your TP to the enemy spawn. And what's so great about the spawn TP here on this map compared to other maps, and again, this also applies for Pearl, any map with a big spawn point. What's great about these big maps is that your TP is actually so deep into their spawn that even whenever they're rotating from the opposite site, they're not actually coming in contact with your TP. They don't hear it, they don't see it, so they're actually like completely none the wiser. Spike is down, they're retaking site, you take your TP, you're completely behind them, they have no idea. This is when the spawn teleport gets really OP, because then it's plenty for you. They think you're like long or short or whatever, you can peek, see them all on spike, get a free kill, and the round's over, you win, GG.
Fake teleport. Time to jump.
Watch my land.
One enemy
Over
remaining.
here. Time to jump. Die.
The next beginner tip I want to go over is using your ultimate to stall the post plant. So let's say the spike is down here. This works in almost every single elo. Let's say the spike is down and you have ultimate and you hear the enemy tap. So go ahead and tap. You pop your ult. You see they're on spike. You're like, oh no. So you throw the first flash. The first flash will always make them hop off. Then they tap it again. You go, okay, nope, don't think so. Throw another flash. Then they hop off again. Then they tap it again. Then now you unult. And now they hopped off because they heard you unult, right? By then, you've stalled so much time. And in a real game, you want to like kind of stretch this as long as possible. But then maybe throw a clone out, right? Just keep making noise as much as possible. And every single time you make noise with any form of utility, people will be so paranoid, they will always hop off the spike. And it's pretty much a guaranteed win if you have your ultimate and the spike is planted.
Ult's ready.
The final beginner tip I want to go over with you guys is fake cloning. Now, this is a popular one, and people ask me all the time, how do you get fake clones to work? I always get shot instantly. I don't understand. It's impossible. People in bronze shoot, blah, 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 blah. So you can't just like randomly go for a fake clone. If you just randomly start walking out like this into sight, yes, the enemy is going to shoot you and you're going to die almost every single time. So let's say you have a KJ with an alarm bot here. What you can do is every single round you want to throw a clone out. And I call this conditioning. So you throw a clone out, right? And she's like, oh no, it's just a clone. My alarm bot fell for a clone, right? And so then the next round, she puts down another alarm bot. And then the next round, you do the same thing. You throw the same clone out, right? And you're conditioning the enemy to think, okay, this Yoru is always putting a clone down every single round. So I know at the start of the round, this Yoru is going to put a clone out. But you have them fully convinced that this is a clone. Once they're done shooting your clones, because they know it's just a fake clone, that's when you can go for the fake clone. They won't shoot you because they're like, oh, this is just a fake clone. It's pointless. Yoru's done this every single round, right? And then you can go for the free kill because they're none the wiser. Yo, there. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And if you want to master Yoru, join the masterclass. Link in the description.